So, so I will inform you one more time that today we have the last lesson. There are some persons which I see first time today. So it's, yeah. So, and I wanted to discuss about our lessons, how it was, what was, which were the new challenges for you. Yeah. So, what did you get from these lessons? But I don't know how to discuss this because today we have some new faces. Yeah. But previous time we discussed about books. So, and the question was about what kind of the literature do you prefer? So, do you like to read, for example, fantasy? Maybe you can give us some advices for books which you prefer to read also. So maybe we can discuss this one, yeah, because as I see, we have just few persons from last time. So, but new persons maybe could tell me this. Yeah, maybe you could start.
Start from what?
What kind of books do you like to read? So, what kind of literature do you read? Do you visit library or not? Or do you like fantasy, for example?
Fantasy definitely not my topic. And about the books, I think not often I read books. Before, when I have to use a lot of transport to go to the job, it's some kind of bus or electrichka. uh,
Train.
and
Train.
train or subway. It was a good way to kill the time. But then after COVID lockdown and when I switched to remote job, I stopped to read books, honestly.
So, do you read usually some, maybe not books, but literature, maybe some, I don't know, so maybe some topics according to your work, maybe it's necessary for you, maybe
Uh,
some scientific literature. What
some
kind of, what
some
kind of, what kind of job do you have?
uh,
What do you do usually?
I am performance test engineer, and mostly I try to find some bottlenecks or limit of some software or modules of software and so on.
Okay, so you prefer to read maybe not scientific but technical literature, yeah?
Yes, mostly.
Mhm. Okay, nice. So, and of course, you can give us any advices on what should we read because we will not understand this literature as I understand. It's very specific. Yeah.
I think yes, mostly use this information for you.
Okay, nice. Thank you. So maybe Dasha could tell us about books. Dasha, do you like to read? Do you visit library? What
Yes,
genre do you prefer?
I like read books. This is my favorite hobby, and I often go to library, and I like it read fantasy book, but sometimes I like and novella. Yes, and I like.
Okay, what was the last book that you have read, or maybe you are reading now? Something, some books. I don't know. Maybe you can
um,
give us an advice what to read.
now I read fantasy book name Percy Jackson, and
Mhm.
this is a teenager book, but I think no, I think and взрослым тоже будет интересно.
So it will be also interesting for adults, yeah?
Yes.
I think so. Sometimes teenagers read very interesting books. I have also two children, a girl and boy. They are teenagers both. And sometimes they read some really very interesting literature. So Percy Jackson, yes?
Yes.
What is the name of the book?
This is serious book.
Yeah, but the name.
Percy Jackson. This is
Percy
name.
Jackson. It's the name. Okay, and who is the author?
Rick Riordan.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, but you prefer fantasy, yeah?
Yes, I prefer fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. So, and do you often visit library? Or you maybe prefer to read electronical books?
No, I didn't. I don't like read electronic book. I like read real book. And
Yes, in paper format, yeah.
no, yes, and this is special vibe. And I in weekends I always go to library and I do my homework and read book. I read book.
Read, yeah. You are
Yes.
ideal baby for your parents, I guess, because my children don't go to library each weekend. And they are they all the time they wait for me to make their homework. Yeah. So it's a little bit hard, but yes, as I previously told, I'm chemist, and now they're studying chemistry, and it's a little bit difficult for them. So sometimes children are not similar to their parents. So, yeah, and yes, I do homework all the time with them, almost each evening. But I hope that this year I will not study with them anymore. I really hope so. Yeah. Okay, thank you. And where do you live?
I live from Lithuania.
You are from Lithuania. Nice. I'm
Yes.
from Latvia.
What?
I'm from Latvia. I'm your neighbor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So,
Thank you.
I am now in Israel from 2022, I guess. And recently I found this book. Can you see it? Or not?
now we can't see because you should.
It's a Tolkien. It's a Tolkien, Lord of the Ring, on the Russian languages, by the way. I found it on the street. I found the book just on the street.
Just on the street.
Yes.
In which city?
Hmm?
In which city?
Rishon LeZion.
Where? Where do you?
Rishon LeZion,
I'm
Israel.
from Israel.
Israel. Okay, nice.
Do you speak Hebrew?
We are so different here. What?
Ilya, do you speak Hebrew?
קצת.
אני מבינה.
I don't speak your language, sorry. Okay, but it's nice that you understand each other. Elena, maybe you could tell us about your favorite books, your favorite genre. Do you go to library? Do you prefer electronical format or paper format of books?
Yes, now I prefer not electronic form, but I read electronic books too. But now I read more psychological books because this year I need it. But this year I have read two. 1 minute. I don't remember. It's like some приключения, забыла как.
Adventures.
Yes, like some adventures and some fantastic, but usually I don't read these books, but now it was my desire.
Okay. Why do you read these psychological books? Is it do your studies? Maybe you are a student in university?
No, I'm not a student. I'm not studying psychology, but I need this. It's a little help for me. 1 minute. This year I was reading books of Lilia Grad. This is Russian psychologist.
Yes, I have seen her topics on Facebook.
Or yes, I haven't seen, but I found her accidentally, случайно, and
Yeah.
I read her book Dance Your Life, and the second book I don't remember now its name.
Yeah.
I like it. Your style is close to me, close to my style.
I also like to read psychology books. Why? Because it's necessary for my work. Yeah, I often work with teenagers, and so sometimes I can't find the common language with teenagers. Why? Because they can have some problems in family, for example, and
I understand.
for example, if I see a teenager first time, sometimes I have problems just to start speaking with him. Yes, but I have to get out his or her knowledges. Yes, I should understand, for example, his or her level in chemistry. But firstly, of course, I have to just to discuss, yes, about with them about maybe okay. Sometimes I have quite a good level of quite how to say free teenagers, yes, so which can start to speak fluently and to discuss, to explain what they don't understand, yes, and from which topic of chemistry we should start. But usually, I have also such pupils, yes, which don't want just to say their names, for example, yeah, and so I start with preparation of tea, for example. Yes, I buy some maybe candies for them, yeah, and then we start to discuss. Yes, I need this psychology, and the second thing why I need it because I work in different enterprises, yes, as quality consultant. And when I go there, of course, sometimes I have some colleagues which don't want to talk about their problems. Yeah, at production side, but I have to prepare them for certification. Yeah, so and if I don't know the problems, of course, I can't not work with such non-conformities. So yes, and I also need psychology.
Yes, I think we all need some psychology in the life.
Yeah. So, but yes, it's. I think that psychology is quite interesting science. Yeah. So, and do you often go to library?
Now, no. No. But when I started, yes, I went to library, and sometimes in Moscow, sometimes I went to library when the library is giving books for free of charge. When it gives all the books. If you understand.
Yeah, I understood it. Yeah.
If I find something interesting for me.
For
About
example,
language or about music or
yeah,
some literature?
for example, in Riga here we have some books exchange points. For example, you can bring
Yes, but like this, but
I,
only
ah,
old book.
okay, you can bring your book, yes, and to take another one. Yeah,
Yes, there's
Mhm.
other option, but I think it's similar.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Timur, maybe you could tell us about your favorite books. Do you like to read?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I really like to read some materials. For example, I often read some popular science materials like some articles for law and economic and some popular books. My favorite genre of books is fiction and maybe novels. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I prefer read mm, electronic books because my university give me a chance to uh, read and study materials with a good national and uh, national library and library from other countries in online, and I often take some materials for these sites, for this library. Yeah.
Okay. And where do you live?
Where I live?
Where do you live? Yeah.
I live in Nizhny Novgorod, in Russia, in
Oh, in
Nizhny
Russia.
Novgorod.
Nice
Yeah,
city. Yeah.
yeah,
So
really good city.
yeah, I know. I have some people, yeah, but which moved from Latvia to Nizhny Novgorod. They really like it. Yeah. hmm So, do you often go to? So you don't go to library because
Yeah.
you,
Oh,
yeah,
what? No,
can connect.
I in January I went to library and take some books about public relations and PR in global enterprises. Yeah, I really interested about this. I have
Is it
some
necessary for your studies?
uh, what?
Is it necessary for your study?
Not necessary, but is optional literature to read, and I think that read these materials is really good for me. It be really good for me, and but I don't read it to end.
Okay. Do you use such source as Google Scholar?
Oh, yeah, is
Yeah.
really
Quite
nice
good. Yes, yes, to find different articles.
uh,
Yeah.
for my studies and for my articles in my university, I really like to use Google Scholar and other platform for
Maybe you can give me an advice because I'm writing a promotional work
mm,
at this moment. I try to finish PhD.
of course is some artificial intelligent platform that give for learning. I don't remember the name, uh, but in open source, uh, all all open. Yeah. I don't remember the
All
names.
open, yes, and yeah, okay. But maybe you
Uh,
can, maybe if you will remember, you can write also in our Telegram chat. I will.
yeah, of
It would
course.
be
Yeah.
useful for me.
I don't remember now, but uh, I will write. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, Okay. So who would like to be next? So Timur, Ilya has told me. Zina, I don't remember. Did you tell us about your favorite books last time, or we had no time?
Yes, I told about my favorite book
Yes,
last time.
yeah,
Uh,
I remember. No, yeah. So, okay, Naira also told us about Lena. Maybe you could tell us about your favorite book.
Yeah, hello. I think I told shortly about my books. Mostly I didn't. I don't read books now. I was reading before my. I was reading books before I born. After I didn't.
I
read
remember.
books,
Yeah, you read for your
yes,
daughter. I didn't see your photo. Yeah. And so, yeah,
Mhm.
now I remember. Yeah. Maybe we can ask you, Maxim. Maxim, did I ask you about your favorite books? I don't remember anymore.
No, I
I,
will
I,
see.
I have ghost
Yeah.
memory.
I
Sorry.
I see it first time.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, but today we have the last time, yeah? We have the last lesson today. You're a little bit late. Yeah, because we had lessons in Tuesdays and Fridays during all the August and only till middle of September. Yeah, but you can tell us about your favorite books, of course.
I don't know, I don't have favorite books.
But do you like to read?
No, I prefer watch video, watch movie. I don't know. Last time I read books, maybe when I studied in university. And some, I remember I read Dale Carnegie, how to find friends and to have influence for them, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't remember the author. It's about emotional intelligence, something like that. It was time when I worked like sailor, and like it was good to find during this books to find best approach to our customers.
Okay. So, and you can't give us an advice, yes, what we should read.
Well done.
Okay, and you don't go to library. Okay. So, I promised last time, but I guess, yes, I promised to tell about myself, yes, what kind of books I prefer to read. I should say that I also read quite rarely. I just have no time. I don't read classical books usually, yes, but I read different scientific words. I read also different articles because as I told previously, I write my PhD work. So, yeah, I hope I will finish university sometimes. So I also read some literature, for example, according to my work. Why? Maybe I have told previously that I implement quality management systems mostly at food production sites, but sometimes I have some interesting challenges. For example, to implement quality management systems at metallurgic. So, how to say? At the production site. So, for example, the last one customer was a production site which produces aluminium boats, aluminium виловки, yeah, aluminium boats. So, and I had to read a book about welding, сварка. different kinds of welding, for example, TIG, MIG, MAC, and etc. So the difference between these welding types, differences in using of different electrodes. For example, which type of welding is the best, for example, for aluminium and maybe for stainless steel, etc. So it's not reading for girls, I guess. But it was quite interesting for me. It was a new world. But we passed the audit. Yes, so at this moment, this production site is certified. Everything is okay. So, and of course, they really very like that fact that I'm a girl, who understands something from welding. So I can say that I read books for my children. I don't like to read books for children and for anybody else. But I read a lot, and of course I listen a lot. Because sometimes, for example, while I'm driving, I can listen for some audio books, not maybe books, but podcasts, such called, about maybe new technologies in food industry and some microbiological contamination of products, микробиологическое загрязнение. So such things. So we have enough of an hour. So I really wanted to ask you about what was the best things during these lessons, but I guess that maybe just only Naira or maybe Zina could tell us about this. Maybe Liana could say some things. So so my question was about description of these lessons which we have spent together. Did you get any new knowledges? Maybe you have improved your English, maybe no, maybe you had some problems, maybe you didn't like the format of lessons. So you can say any recommendations if you want. Of course, maybe these lessons were not acceptable for you. You can also give us advice how to improve our lessons next time. So, Naira, could you tell us about your experience?
Yes. At first, I want to say you thank you, and you are very interesting and very intelligent woman. I want to have a friend as you because very interesting with you. Our lessons are very interesting. I remember all of our lessons, maybe when you talk about China, when we talk each of us about our lands, our homelands, or there we live. It was very interesting. And last lesson was very interesting. Then we talk about books, about libraries, about our favorites. It was very interesting this August, and yes, I can. My English knowledge, yes, my English is I think it's improvement.
You have improved your English? You think you have improved your English, yeah?
Yes. Because we have every day, every hour lesson, interesting discussions, and all of us can speak, can tell in English, and our English, for example, my English goes in a next level. Yes.
Okay. So I will improve your mistakes. Okay. So not tell but talk. Yeah. So you can talk during those, because tell is more talk is разговаривать, but tell is рассказать. Yes. So I can tell you about my life. Yes. But if I want to talk with you, yes, I just talk. Yes. I can say, for example, of course, when I talk, I can tell about something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, and and you think that your English level became better? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Because my English was in a level when I studied at school. It was 25 years old ago.
Yeah.
But now with this internet English lessons, online lessons, I can talk more. I can speak in English more.
You feel more free. Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice that you can feel free. Yeah, because maybe about myself, maybe I previously told you that I studied Latvian, yeah, which is the main language in our country, is foreign language. And I really remember that I have very huge difficulties to just to start to speak. It was really very difficult for me. I was so shy. I really couldn't start. Yeah, but yes, when I started, yes, I really could study it. Yes, and now I can say that I have a very high Latvian level, and I also sometimes I teach Latvian. Also, I don't like to do it because it's Latvian is very difficult, and there are some things which you can't explain. Yeah, for example, they use such called prolongation signs, знаки долготы. Yes, when you should say not a short word but a long word or a long letter, and sometimes we have the same word, but it depends on your pronunciation. For example, we have word kazas and kazas. Yes, and kazas is I have forgotten the word in English. Козы. How it was in English. So, but you understood the animal. Yeah, but kazas is a wedding. Свадьба. Yeah, so difference is only in one sign. Yeah, so yeah, but it's really a great opportunity when you can start. Yeah, just to start speak. Yeah, but anyway, I remember where you live. I remember the beautiful city Gyumri, and now I'm quite serious. So I want to visit it. Yeah,
Welcome.
I have discussed with my children. Yeah, and so sometimes really when we go somewhere, yes, we rent apartments. Yeah, so. Just a small flat, yes, where we can live together. I don't like to stay in hotels, for example. Yes, I prefer to rent apartments. Why? Because there is a kitchen. Of course, we can wake up each time. We shouldn't hurry for breakfast. I can prepare food myself, and we feel free all the time. Yes, and for example, if we rent apartment, we can stay there for a week, yeah, and just walk around. maybe I will really go to Gyumri sometimes.
Yes, when you want to go to come to Gyumri, you can tell me, and you can say me with Telegram, and
You will meet
I
me, yeah?
can be your guide in Gyumri.
We can go sightseeing,
And-
yeah?
Yes, and help you to get a flat or a house, what you
Okay.
want.
Usually I prefer flat. It's not necessary. So house for me is not necessary.
No, room. Yes, guest room.
And no, just apartment, I think. Квартира.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So okay, thank you for your offer. Yeah. So thank you very much. Maybe Zina could tell us something. How can you evaluate these lessons? What do you think about them? Should we continue? Or is it enough for us?
I agree with this, Naira, and want to say thank you for your lesson. I improve my English, and I don't afraid to speak English, and I had a very beautiful time with you and other people. Очень жаль. It's a pity when today is the last lesson, and I hope that our lesson will be continue after you come back. And I want to ask a question about language in Latvia. What's the mostly language used in Latvian? Russian or Latvian and English? I don't know. I know many people speak in Latvian language, and maybe now it's not popular in Latvia.
So, of course, the main language and official language in Latvia is Latvian. And due to the political situation, we are not allowed to speak Russian. Yeah, for example, in public places. We try to speak Russian in closed groups. Also, all the documentation should be in Latvian, of course. But, for example, when I visit our countryside, yes, of Latvia, of course, usually I speak there Latvian, and we have a lot of teenagers and also maybe 30 years old persons which don't speak Russian at all, and they don't speak also other languages. They speak only Latvian, and I really don't understand how do they see their future, because I have also at my work, for example, yes, so I'm a board member of my company. Yes, I'm a company's owner, and of course I have to find co-workers for me, and at this moment I have a student. She speaks only Latvian, and but when she has to write instructions in Latvian, she makes a lot of mistakes, and I feel, how to say, maybe a little bit angry also. Yeah, that I have to improve and to correct her Latvian. However, Latvian is not my mother's language. Yes, my mother's language is Russian. Yeah, but If we talk about Russian, of course, in capital of Latvia, in Riga, yes, we mostly speak, I guess, Russian. Yeah, and I have also some Latvian people who really want to study Russian, yeah, because it's necessary for their work. For example, as I told, I'm a chemist, yes, and if we read scientific literature, so, there are some definitions which you can't explain in Latvian, yes, because it's more poor than Russian. And for example, yeah, my favorite book. This is Начало химии. So I read this book each day. I know all the pages, but I continue to read it during maybe last 10 years. Yeah, but we don't have such books in Latvian at all. Yes, so this book my aunt bought for me in St. Petersburg in Dom книги. Yeah, you know, we have discussed about this shop. Yeah, and it's really very good. Yeah, but we can't find such literature in Latvian, for example. It is possible to find in English. Yeah, similar, but not in Latvian. Yeah, so they're not translated, and as I understand, nobody is interested to translate it. And if you study in university, of course, professors explain everything in Latvian, yes, but if you want to prepare for some works, yes, to different exams and tasks, yeah, of course, you have to read in Russian or in English. When I go to my customers to Estonia, for example, or to Lithuania, we also prefer to speak Russian there, not English. So, and maybe you know that some years ago, Estonian people also prefer to speak only Estonian. They had a very bad Russian, really very bad Russian language. But now, they, for example, also, if you go to market, you can see also prices in Russian. Yeah, they are translated. So in Latvian, we have not. We don't have such politics. Yes, so we are not available to translate in Russian anything. So the rules here are more strict for Russian. Yeah, but I can say that each day I speak I mostly speak, I guess, Russian. Yeah. However, today I spoke Russian almost all the day, but yesterday I spoke almost all the day Latvian. Yeah. But when I speak Latvian, I think also in Latvian, and when I speak Russian, I think in Russian. Yeah, so my Latvian is really very free. Yeah, sometimes I can't remember some words in Russian, and then I speak Latvian instead. So, yeah.
Thank you for answer.
Yeah.
Very interesting information.
Yeah, but how to say? I really have I know many families where children are able to speak only in Latvian. Yeah, but their parents also, how to say, they are not glad that the children know only Latvian. Yeah, because you have more opportunities if you speak different languages. Yeah, so of course many people study English. Yeah, but Russian also is very important and famous here. Yeah. So because of approximately so you know that many people from Ukraine also arrived to Latvia, and of course they speak mostly Russian, not English. So Ukrainian people don't speak English usually at all. So sometimes they try to speak Ukrainian, and of course our Latin persons don't understand what you say, and yeah, they have some difficulties. When all these situations started, they were also very aggressive. They thought that everybody here should speak Ukrainian. It was a little bit strange for us, but okay. So, but I understand Ukrainian language because my dad comes from Kursk. Maybe you know such city in Russia. Yes, not from Kursk, but from Kursk district. Yeah, and he comes from Suja. Yes, which is damaged at this moment. So our house was damaged before 2021 year from Ukrainian side. So yeah, so we have how to say another news that usually we hear from TV. Yeah, but yeah. So and my other relatives lived in Belgrade also, and now they also moved to St. Petersburg. Yeah, because it's not possible to live there anymore. Yeah. So yeah.
For
And
example, in Armenia.
So what?
For example, in Armenia, many of people speak in Russian and in English well. But how you say, Ukraine people don't like that we speak with them in Russian. But we don't know Ukraine, and we don't must to know Ukraine.
Yeah, but do they speak English? Because we have no such specialists which. So, for example, they arrive to Latvia. They have the education of engineers. So their education is really quite good, but they don't speak English and they don't want to speak Russian. So of course we can't offer good job for them because they don't speak Latvian. Yeah, so if they could speak Russian, it would be quite easier for them to find a good job. Yeah, but yeah, we have to. But now it's quite easier because maybe during last year, maybe during last 2 years. So I think that all the people are just tired from the situation and nobody reacts. If we see some persons, and also Ukrainians became more silent, more so they are not so aggressive anymore. Yeah, so they really. I know some Ukrainians which really started to learn also Latvian. Yes, they speak quite good and how to say. As now at this moment the situation is stabilized, yes, and it's quite we have really quite normal situation at this moment. And for example, I communicate with Ukrainian children also, yeah, also with Ukrainian teenagers, and it's quite good at this moment. So they also became smiley so and yeah, not so nervous. Yeah.
If you don't know any международный
international
language, you can't to speak with tourists, for example.
Yeah, also, yeah. But yes, as I said, yes. So at this moment, we have quite normal situation. So we, how to say, also Ukrainians. So previously, yes, they seemed a little bit aggressive for us, but at this moment, we see that they are quite good people, and we have a lot of teachers, Ukrainian teachers, also in schools at this moment. And for example, my children really enjoy to study with them because they have quite better basis of knowledges sometimes, yes, quite better than, for example, in Latvia we can get. I guess it maybe also depends of terminology. Maybe it's quite easier to explain, for example, mathematics and physics. And yeah, so now we feel good. All the nationalities here, I guess they feel quite good. Yeah. Of course, we don't have such job opportunities. For example, in Europe, yeah, we have not so high salaries зарплаты. Yeah, and we have quite huge prices because. So if we compare, for example, with Spain, I visited Spain in March this year, yes, and I can say that all the products in Spain are quite cheaper, but the salaries are higher than our. Yeah, so I guess that many Ukrainians don't want to stay in Latvia anymore. Yes, because it's hard to survive here. Yeah, sometimes, but for me it's quite okay. Yes, I live here all my life, except some years which I live in Kazakhstan. I was born there, but yeah, I feel good here because I speak Latvian, I speak Russian, so it's easy to me to find common language with other persons. So I feel quite good. So it is. So I guess we can finish for today, yes, because in 3 minutes we'll start the next lesson. Thank you very much for your visit. Yeah, for your lessons. Yes,